Hey there, let me ask you something. Have you ever hit publish on a blog post and thought, okay, now what? Maybe you're getting some traffic, yay, Pinterest, or you're writing regularly, but you're not seeing the leads or income that you had hoped for. Well, today we're fixing that. I am breaking down exactly how to monetize your blog as a service provider, whether you're a photographer, coach, wedding pro, or yoga teacher, or any other really creative female boss, without making it feel pushy or weird. Let's turn that blog of yours into a 24/7 lead machine, shall we? Welcome back to Marketing Strategy Academy podcast, where we help female entrepreneurs go from marketing overwhelm to an easy, streamlined strategy and system that includes Pinterest and repurposing content to grow their businesses when they have very little time. I'm your host, Jen Vasquez. Let's jump right into it. Here's the truth that people don't tell you, but I'm going to. Pinterest drives traffic. Yay for traffic. But your blog is where the conversion happens. Your blog isn't just a place to share stories or tips. It is your content home base, the only one that you own. You don't own any of the social media out there. It's basically your silent salesperson and your most loyal employee working around the clock, even when you're playing with your kids or binging that new Netflix show. The key is that you need to guide your readers to take that next step. All right, here we go. These are my go-to methods for turning blog readers into paying clients. And spoiler, they're super easy. They're effective and they don't feel gross. Tip number one, lead generation with clear calls to action or CTAs. Every single blog should tell your readers what to do next. Think of it like holding their hand. It could look like booking a discovery call. It could look like downloading a free guide or checklist, basically signing up for your lead magnet. It could also look like joining your wait list or your newsletter or your Facebook group, whatever it is, free or paid. Pro tip, don't just put one call to action down at the bottom, sprinkle them throughout. So put something at the top of the post, put something in the middle, especially right after you drop a really incredible tip. At the end, obviously. And if you're feeling really fancy, use a pop-up or a slide in. Now, these you want to be super careful with. Oftentimes when they pop out, especially on cell phones, they'll take up the whole screen, but nobody can get to the X to close them. And I know that you guys have experienced that and you immediately leave. Right? It's not fun. So use them very sparingly and make sure that you understand how they work and that you test them on all browsers and cell phones to make sure that they're not making it a worse experience, if you know what I mean. So number two, promote your services naturally. This is not about turning your blog into one big ad. It is about weaving your services into the story. So an example, if you're writing a post on how to plan a stress-free wedding, casually mention one of your coordination clients, how they avoided a day of chaos thanks to your timeline strategy. So show how your service actually made a difference, and then you have permission, if you will, to put that call to action in there, because then people might be interested in it because you've just shared the results of it. Tip number three, use affiliate links, but keep it real. Only recommend what you have actually used and you actually love. No one likes shady sales tactics or affiliate links sprinkled throughout that really have nothing to do with what you're talking about, right? For me, It's tools like Tailwind, my favorite Pinterest scheduler, Canva for literally all things design, and Recur Post for repurposing content like a boss. And yes, I'm going to have links down below for all of those. If you are already using tools in your workflow, share them. Your audience will thank you for that. Bonus tip, start with what's already working. If you're not sure where to begin, go to your Google Analytics and pull up your top 3 blog posts by traffic. Then ask yourself, do these posts have a clear call to action? If they don't, put a call to action in. A lot of people feel like when they create a blog, they're just going to put that blog on their website and they're never going to look at it again. It is so important, especially for the blogs that are driving traffic already, for you to go in there and update those, make them better, make sure you have calls to action in there, make sure you have a link to somewhere else on your blog to drive people further down that funnel into your business. Are they leading people to your offers or freebies? Because if not, you definitely want to make sure you fix that. Again, go back into that blog and update that. Can you maybe add a testimonial or a link or a service mention in certain areas of that blog post? You already know that blog post is resonating. Go in and make it better. And finally, you can go and make another blog post about that topic delivered in a slightly different way, because marketing your business, and this is big, so pay attention here, marketing your business is all about saying the exact same thing in 85,000 different ways until people hear it enough that they are interested, right? So start there. You don't need to overhaul your whole site. Just optimize what's already getting eyeballs on that content. And let me give you a little example. One of my Pinterest management clients, who's a wedding photographer, we optimized just 2 of her blog posts. These are the top 2 blog posts that Pinterest is constantly driving traffic to. One linked for her free family shop checklist, and the other shared a wedding planning story that highlighted her timeline creation service and how it helped that wedding move very smoothly when it could have really been chaos. So within a couple months, her email list grew by 40 plus people, and she booked 2 new leads, all from that blog traffic. That's amazing. So you don't need a huge audience. You just need to guide people where you want them to go on your website. All right, here's your homework. I'm big on homework, because if you just sit and watch YouTube videos for hours on end, but you don't actually set aside time to implement those ideas in your business, you're kind of wasting your time. So take this homework and run with it. Do a quick blog audit. Pull up your top 3 blogs and add to that, upgrade that with calls to action, links into other areas of your website to make sure that you are capitalizing on all of the blogs that are already getting traffic, and create another blog, especially if it's been a couple months since you've already published that blog. Make another blog on that topic with a slightly different perspective or slightly different information, all the same things that you would say to people, but just delivered in a slightly different way. Not only will you make those blogs really effective that traffic is already being driven to, but that there's a chance that the reason why traffic's being driven there is because right now that topic is popular, especially in engagement season for wedding folks. So start talking about your services in blogs like a story. Share your results, behind the scenes, and also, of course, share those client wins. If you use affiliate tools, go ahead and share those ethically and honestly, of course. And if all of this feels like a lot, I've got your back. Inside my Pinterest Strategy Club, we cover blog strategy, calls to action, content repurposing, a ton of content repurposing, all of that stuff. Or if you're ready to hand off completely, check out my Pinterest management services, because then I can do your Pinterest for you and give you the advice on your blogs and things to do. Part of my Pinterest management services includes me every single month talking about what's resonating, what blogs are doing really well from the Pinterest analytics, and recommending 5 different blogs that you should write within the next month. I would love for you to put in the comments below. I'm starting to get some comments lately. Thank you guys. I love them. Comment below if this is something you've never heard of, or if this is something that you are definitely going to try, and let me know, and then come back and tell me how it went. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next week.